And this is a regular season. As you can see from the league standings, the Bronx Knights are in second place with a 9-9 record, 3.5 games out of first. And let's get this show on the road. I'm in the mood to play some baseball. So, let's see. First of a 4-game set at Cleveland. Play game. Okay. Auto fix pitching staff. Auto fix rotation. Play full game. The away team. Playing at Progressive Field. Clear skies. Brendan is pitching. Okay, so I need to take Chris Ramos out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I like Chris Ramos, I'm going to put him at the DH position. And I'm going to take Millo out for Chance Cisco. Second base, is it going to be Gio Urshela? No. Francisco Lindor is going to play second today. Let's fix the lineup. I think that is a good lineup. So rock and roll. So. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I don't just play baseball and fulfill my fantasy of being a play-by-play baseball announcer. We also play Dungeons and Dragons once a week on the stream, live stream. It's a group of players that love D&D. Shenanigans ttRPG. We've got 18 episodes. Next episode is going to be November 9th. Monday, November 9th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's a topic for another time. Now it's time for baseball. So, on the mound for the Cleveland Indians is Alex Bettinger, who's making his 4th start of the season. He's 1-2 with a 1.11.57 ERA. Not a good ERA. Leading off for the Bronx Knights, it's Max Lukelich hitting .310 with an RBI and 6 stolen bases.
Number 39.
Strike one, outside corner. Count is 0-1.
First pitch, 7:06.
And it's a lazy fly ball to the right fielder who makes the catch for the first out of the game. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich, Don Mattingly at first, Chris Ramos playing designated hitter, Mike O'Rourke patrolling center field, Jacob Salazar at shortstop, Matt Termini playing third, Benny LoCicero in right, Francisco Lindor at second base, and Chance Cisco behind the plate. Next up is Don Mattingly. He's hitting .333 with 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. And he fouls off the first pitch. He's in the midst of a 13-game hitting streak. And he fouls off the fastball. The count is very quickly 0-2. And he lines a base hit the other way down into the left field corner. He rounds second. The throw to second is not in time. Mattingly leads off. Well, check that. With 1 out in the first, Mattingly hits his 7th double of the season. Here's the replay. Goes the other way and laces it down the left field line. Next up, Chris Ramos. His last 6 games, he's 8 for 22 for 364 clip. Overall, he's 297, 5 homers, and 10 runs batted in. Stepping up with a runner in scoring position. And he swings over the top of the changeup, strike one. Swing and a miss on the backdoor slider. Count is quickly 0-2 against Bettinger. Don't know if Bettinger is a real player from the minor leagues or if he's just a created player or not. Check the swing. Yes, he did. Count goes 1-2. Probably a fictional created player. Doesn't really make a difference either way. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Count is 2-2. Darryl Parker, a fictional umpire behind the plate. He's calling balls and strikes. Let's hope he's fair and honest. Did he check it? Yes, he did. The count goes full, 3-2. Mike O'Rourke is on deck. And he just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains full. And it's a line drive that drops in. The runner has to hold it third. It's 1st and 3rd on the single by Ramos with 1 out in the 1st. He just kind of goes with the pitch and hits it the other way. Not enough speed at 2nd to make it home. But with 1 out, Mike O'Rourke is hitting .328 with 2 homers and 13 runs batted in for the Bronx Knights. And he hits a line drive, base hit to right field. It goes all the way to the wall. He's rounding 2nd. It's an RBI double for Michael O'Rourke, and the Bronx Knights lead 1-0. Hits his 7th double of the season. Here's the replay. Wraps it down the line. Next up is Jacob Salazar. He's hitting .329 with a homer, with 8 RBIs. Pitches outside, ball 1. I'm sure you've guessed it, but some of these players that you probably don't recognize the names are people that I happen to know. And he pulls the fastball, foul, count evens at 1-1. Jacob Salazar is a good friend of mine. And he hits a line drive to center field. It's run down by the center fielder. Tagging at 3rd is Ramos. He comes in to score. The sacrifice fly is successful, and the Bronx Knights lead 2-0. Jacob Salazar is credited with the run batted in.
Number 79.
Ken Griffey Jr. in center field for the Cleveland Indians. This is a fantasy draft. Matt Termini steps up at the plate, hitting .298. And hits a line drive and makes the catch, the shortstop, for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before 2 runs cross the plate for the Knights. And in the middle of the 1st inning, Bronx Knights 2, Cleveland coming to bat. On the mound for the Knights is Brendan Pinzarski, making his 4th start of the season. His record is 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA in 20 innings pitched. Leading off for the Indians is Roberto Alomar, hitting .250, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. And strike 1. Look at that beard. And he hits a line drive. That is run down by Salazar at short. Lazy pop-up to short center field. Starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians. Roberto Alomar is at 2nd. Ken Griffey Jr. batting 2nd. Austin Meadows is in right field. David Ortiz is at 1st. Joey Gallo is in left. Rafael Devers is the designated hitter. Hunter Dozier, 3rd base. Corey Lee is the catcher. And Nova Lee, something or other, I don't know. They took the graphic down before I could finish. The slider is ball 1 to Ken Griffey Jr., who's hitting .338 with 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. He's in the midst of a 9-game hitting streak. And he fouls it off. Count evens at 1-1. And he laces it to left field for a base hit. Lukelich gets it back in quickly and holds him at 1st for a single. Here's the replay.
Batting 3rd, the right fielder.
Just goes with it the other way. Nice piece of hit. Next up, Austin Meadows hitting 176 with a homer and 7 RBIs. Slider is outside, ball 1. And he drives it to Salazar to second for 1. Over to first. In time, double play. And the inning is over. After 1 inning complete, it remains Bronx Knights 2-0. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is LoCicero, the right fielder. He's hitting .230 with 2 homers and 18 RBIs to lead the ball club. And he checks it, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. It's a pretty stadium. Progressive field. Right down the middle for strike 1. Count is 2-1. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count evens at 2-2. Inside, count goes full, 3-2. And he swings over the top of this changeup for strike 3, way out in front for Bettinger's first strikeout.
Batting 8.
Here's the replay.
The second baseman, Francisco Lindor.
And he just swings over the top for the first out of the inning. Francisco Lindor steps up. Part-time player is hitting 143 on the season. And it's a line drive up the middle, base hit for Lindor. He's at first with 1 out. I thought that the shortstop might have been able to dive and get that, but no, it's out of his reach. Next up, the catcher, Chance Sisco, hitting .222 with a run batted in. Again, in part-time duty. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Sisco is the backup for Anthony Millo behind the plate. And he fouls off the fastball. Count is very quickly 0-2. And he lines the bait. No, it stays up there. And the right fielder makes the catch for the second out of the inning. I thought it would drop in, but he hit it so hard it just carried to the outfielder Meadows, who made the catch. Max Lukalic again steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first. He's been in a little bit of a slump lately. He needs to get back on track. 2-seamers a strike. He hits it foul. 0-2. Max Lukalic is so small and thin because in real life he's 12 years old. Pitches outside. Count is 1-2. Does not throw to first. He gets back. He does not have a lot of power, but he has an awful lot of speed if he gets on the base paths.
That's ball 2.
Pitches low. Count evens 2-2. 2 outs. Runner on second. Top of the second inning. And he hits a lazy fly ball in foul territory, and the outfielder cannot make the catch. Count remains 2-2. Cannot get there in time. Outside, full count, 3-2. The runner will be in motion. Payoff pitch. And he pops him up on the infield. First baseman makes the catch for the final out of the inning. And as you can see, just gets underneath it. 1.5 innings are played. Bronx Knights lead 2-0. Leading off
Leading off
For the
for
Cleveland
Indians,
Indians is David Ortiz,
the
hitting
first
309,
David
7 home runs, 17 runs.
Ortiz.
High strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. And he hits it high and deep into the gap. And he runs it down. O'Rourke makes the catch in the gap. The defense for the Bronx Knights going left to right is Lukelich, O'Rourke, and Benny LoCicero. And on the infield is Termini, Salazar, Lindor, and Mattingly, with Chance Cisco catching duties behind the plate. Next up is Joey Gallo. He's hitting 290 with 7 homers and 14 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses at the slider. Strike 1. And he fouls off the fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Joey Gallo is the recipient of the 2022 Gold Glove Award for left field. This season, this fictional season, is actually taking place in 2024. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pizarski's first strikeout of the game. It's 2 outs.
Batting fifth.
And Rafael Devers steps up to the dish. He's hitting 250 this season.
Devers.
Lefty on lefty. And the changeup floats in for a strike. Swing and a miss at the slider on the outside corner. Count falls quickly to 0-2. And he grounds it up the middle for a base hit. Lukelich fires it back in, holds him to a single, makes a big turn. Here's the replay. Devers slaps it right back up the middle. Next up is Hunter Dozier hitting 286 with a homer and 10 runs batted in, with 2 outs in the second. Not a lot of speed at first base. And the pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. Sliders inside, count evens 1-1. He checks his swing, broke his wrist, called strike 2. And he swings and misses the slider on the inside for strike 3. The end of 2.5, 2 complete. I would say 2 complete. The Bronx Knights lead 2-0. Ties them up. Don Mattingly. Double in the first. He's hitting 342. Batting average is on fire. Steps up to the plate. And he checks it. Pitches high, ball 1. And he grounds it to the shortstop. Fields fires. Gets him by a step for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, designated
The standings in the American League Central.
Ramos.
As you can see, Cleveland is in 3rd place, 3.5 games out. Chris Ramos steps up. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Chris Ramos. And he hits it off the end of the bat to center field. Griffey makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And Mike O'Rourke steps up to the plate. He's got an RBI double in the game. 1 for 1. He just gets a piece, fouls it off. He checks it, it's low. Count evens at 1-1. And he wraps it into the right field corner. He cuts it off. He makes a turn and goes back, holds him to a single. He made a big turn, bid for a double, but the outfielder got there in time. See the replay. He's 2 for 2. Almost the same spot, but this time the outfielder gets over there. Anyway, Jacob Salazar, who had a sac fly in the first, is up. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. 2 outs in the third, top of the third. O'Rourke at first. And it's 2-0, pitches outside. And he attempts to steal the base, and he's in there. O'Rourke with a stolen base. He pretty much stole that on the pitcher. He was halfway to second before he even released the ball. Nice piece of base running for O'Rourke. He's now in scoring position. It's 3-0. I am not swinging at a 3-0 pitch, no matter how good it is. So now the count is 3-1, which is a good hitter's count. Now I'll let the Dragon loose. And it's outside, ball 4. Salazar walks, runners at first and second, with 2 outs in the third.
Number 79.
Bettinger putting himself in trouble. Matt Termini lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Steps up to the plate. 2 runners on. And it's a line drive, base hit into the corner. At least 1 run will score. And he's in there with an RBI single and extends the lead to 3-0. And the pitching coach comes out. Just calm him down a little bit. Slow him down. Check in with him. Next up is Benny LoCicero, who's 0 for 1. The pitch is outside, ball 1. He's hitting .226 on the season. There's 2 outs. The runners on first and third.
Off the plate.
Off the plate. Ball 2. And he pulls it hard down the left field line. Checked at the right field line. Foul. Count is 2-1. And he hits it high and deep, but playable. Ken Griffey, right in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the final out of the inning, but not before they put another run across. And halfway through the third inning, it's the Bronx Knights 3, the Cleveland Indians nothing. Leading off is Corey Lee, who is hitting .250 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted for the Indians.
Lee.
And it's a line drive, base hit to right field. Gets it back in quickly, but it's a single nonetheless. Okay, Lee, relax. Lee's acting like he just got hit in the World Series. So next up is Novely Marte, who's not doing so well in his last 6 games, but he is hitting .281 on the season. He hits it high and deep, but foul. Strike 1. Slider in there for strike 2. Swing and a miss on the 2-seamer. Strike 3. Marte is settled down. Third strikeout for Pizarski. Anyway, the top of the lineup. Roberto Alomar 0 for 1 in the first. Steps back up to the plate. Strike 1, 95 on the radar gun. And he hits a fly ball that drops in front of LoCicero and right. The runner takes off and goes to third. We have runners at first and third, and one out.
Now batting, the center fielder,
As Roberto Alomar serves it into right field for a base hit. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr. Runners at first and third with one out. He has a single into first. And he fouls off the fastball, strike one. He's hitting .348 with 4 homers and 12 runs batted in on the young season. Swinging and missing the changeup out in front. Very quickly, the count is 0-2. This is a big out. He can get that strikeout, get a pop-up, or even a double play. And he does not. He hits it high and deep off the wall. It's misplayed by LoCicero. Backing up is O'Rourke, who throws it in. It's 3-1 Cleveland. Runners on second and third. It's an RBI double for Ken Griffey Jr., his third of the season. Off the bat, it looked like it could possibly leave the ballpark, but not quite. Next up is Austin Meadows, who grounded out in the first. And he hits a fly ball to medium depth center field. Should be enough to get the runner home. Both runners advance. The score is 3-2 Mets. Austin Meadows gets the job done with a sac fly. David Ortiz, who flied out in the second, is 0 for 1, steps up. The tying run is 90 feet away. And he fouls off the fastball, strike one. David Ortiz has 17 runs batted in for the Indians, which is a team high. He fouls off the fastball yet again, strike two. Slider outside, ball one. It's been a trouble inning for Pizarski. He's already given up 2 runs. I'm sure he'd like to limit the damage right here and right now. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and the side is retired. After 3 complete, they cut into the lead. It's the Knights leading 3-2. And it's safe to say that those 3 guys are not announcing this game. I am. So get out of here. Anyway, Francisco Lindor, who's 1 for 1, leads off the top of the 4th. And he swings and misses at the outside changeup. Strike 1. And he hits a line drive, but foul. Count is 0-2. Waste pitch outside. Count is 1-2. And it's a line drive, base hit to right field. Francisco Lindor is 2 for 2. The leadoff man is on in the 4th. Stir that drink. Here's the replay. Nice clean base hit. Next up is Chance Cisco, who's 0 for 1 with a line out. And the changeup drops into the outside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Count is 0-2. Just really quickly, I want to show you what the difficulty level is. I might as well. Gameplay, hitting difficulty all-star, pitching difficulty all-star. My thought is to keep it on all-star at least until the all-star break, because that's pretty much, I have good difficulty setting for my skill level. And if it gets too easy in the second half, I'll jump it up a bunch. So Hall of Fame. Pitch is outside. Count is 1-2.
At the ball.
Pitch is inside and low. Count evens at 2-2. He checked the swing, or did he? Yes, he did. Count goes full, 3-2. 60 pitches, 4 innings plus. And it's a line drive down the line, base hit, goes all the way to the wall into the corner. He rounds first and heads to second and is in there with a stand-up double. Runners at second and third and nobody out.
Number 39.
And Bettinger, in 3 innings plus, has given up 8 hits already. 8 hits and a walk. It's not a pretty line. Well, next up is Max Lukelich, who's 0 for 2 in this contest. And the pitch just hits the corner for strike 1. Could have been low, but I'm called it a strike. And he hits a medium depth fly ball, and it's not deep enough to get the run in. He does not get the sac fly.
The first baseman, number 23,
Don Mattingly steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Double, run score. Runners on second and third. And he fouls off the changeup, strike 1. Line drive, base hit up the middle. It's a 2-run single for Mattingly. And they now have a 5-2 lead. Nice hitting by Mattingly, clutch.
now batting.
He just goes with the pitch and lines it up the middle. And both runners come around to score. Chris Ramos steps up. He's 1 for 2 with a single run score. And the pitch just nips the outside corner for strike 1. 1 out in the 4th, Mattingly at first. 0-1 count. And he checks it. Count evens at 1-1. Line drive, will it stay up? Oh, what an amazing catch. And the runner gets caught off. And it's a double play. He lines into a double play. What an amazing play by Ken Griffey Jr. to end the inning. 3.5 innings of play. The score, however, is 5-2. Bronx Knights. Leading off, Joey Gallo, 0 for 1.
Leading off for the Indians,
Bottom of the 4th.
the left fielder, Joey Gallo.
And he fouls off the fastball, 94 on the gun. Pitch is high. Count evens 1-1. If you've just joined me, welcome. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin, and I am satisfying 2 childhood desires. And there's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the fastball, 94 on the gun. The count falls to 1-2. Not only of being a Major League Baseball player, but also of being a play-by-play announcer. And he grounds it to Mattingly at first, who takes it himself to the bag for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
If you can, please like and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Well, Rafael Devers is up. He's 1 for 1 in the game. And he swings at the fastball and fouls it back for a strike. Rafael Devers in this fictional season is knocking on the door of 200 home runs. He's got 198 for his career. And he grounds it weakly to Mattingly at first. Busy day for Mattingly, who takes it himself to step on the bag for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
Hunter Dozier, who struck out in the second, is up at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. The shift is on, as you can see. Pitch is high. Count evens at 1-1. Swing and a miss on the slider.
1 ball.
Count falls to 1-2. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count remains 1-2. And he fouls it back to the screen, two-seamer. Strike three looking, side retired. And after 4 innings complete, the Bronx Knights have a 5-2 lead.
Your attention, please.
Pitching change, Andrew Schaffen, if that's how it's pronounced, comes in relief. This is his 10th appearance. So far, he has no record with a 4.22 ERA in 10 2/3 innings. Michael O'Rourke's 2 for 2 today with a single and a double,
For the Bronx,
an RBI.
the center fielder, Mike O'Rourke.
And pitches outside, lefty on lefty. And he drops in the sinker for strike.
We got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Indians bullpen is active, a righty and a lefty, warming up. Top of the 5th. And he lines it, base hit down into the corner. He rolls all the way to the wall. He makes the turn. Here's the throw to the second base. And he's in there with a double. His second of the game. 8th of the season. Milk that cow. If I'm not mistaken, Mike O'Rourke has pulled the ball into that corner all 3 at-bats. Well, anyway, the switch hitter Salazar switches over to the right side against the lefty. And hits it hard, but right at the second baseman. He throws to first for the first out. And he got the job done, moved the runner over to third with less than 2 outs.
The bat, number 79.
Next up, Matt Termini, who has a single and an RBI. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He's got to get that runner home. Insurance run. Low, ball 1. Termini's hitting .381 with runners in scoring position. And he hits it, but it's a flare out to the second baseman who makes the catch. The runner does not advance. He doesn't get the runner home. Now they need a hit, an error. Well, Benny LoCicero is 0 for 2. He does have 18 runs batted in this season, leading the club. So maybe he can get that run in, lefty on lefty. Let's see. Pitches outside in the dirt. Nice block. Ball 1. And he wraps it high and deep, but foul. Count evens at 1-1. Oh, he hits it high and deep. It's Gonzo. Benny LoCicero extends the lead with a 2-run homer, his 3rd of the season, and it's 7-2. That ball was gone. He knew it was gone the minute he made contact. Let's see the replay. Benny LoCicero now has 20 RBIs on the season. Bang. High pitch. And just drove it. Boom. Nice piece, nice angle, very nice. Well, anyway. Next up is Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored in this game. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. 2 outs in the 5th. 0-1 count. And he's a little late on the sinker. Count very quickly falls to 0-2. The slider is low. 1-2.
Nope.
And did he check it? He does not ask for help from the first base umpire. Calls it a ball. Count even at 2-2. And he's ahead of it And drives it deep, but foul. It was right on that pitch, but a little out in front. And drives it down to the third baseman, who scoops and fires. Got it. Second out of the inning. No, check that. Third out of the inning. But Benny LoCicero extends the Bronx Knights lead to 7-2 with this blast. Okay. Oh, wait, Heidi, something's wrong with your microphone. Nobody can hear you right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut back to the game. We apologize. We'll send a tech guy down there. Anyway, it's Corey Lee, single and a run scored. He's 1 for 1.
Corey Lee.
Strike 1, 95 on the gun.
1.
Change up, strike 2. Oh, just off the inside corner. Pizarski thought he had strike 3, but he did not get the call. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pizarski has 6 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Nice pitch, here's a replay. Just blows it past him.
No LB. Marte.
Just missed it. Mr. Marte steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the third.
Ball. Down.
Fastball low, ball 1. And he hits it the other way, a lazy fly ball to LoCicero and right, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
Next up, Roberto Alomar, who has a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 2 in today's contest. Steps in for the third time. And he wraps it, but foul. Slider just inside. Count evens at 1-1. And he's behind on the fastball. Count is 1-2. And he grounds it to Salazar at short, who fields, throws across the diamond for the third out of the inning. So it is an official game, 5 innings complete. The Bronx Knights have a comfortable lead, 7-2. Leading off for the Bronx Knights, Chance
Leading
Cisco.
off for the Knights, the catcher, Chance
He's 1 for 2.
Cisco.
Lefty on lefty. Crime. And he fouls off the sinker, strike 1. Pitches outside, count evens 1-1. This is Shafin's second inning of work. And he checks it, sinker's outside, ball count is 2 balls, 1 strike. And he hits a high fly ball, but not overly deep. The right fielder makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Max Lukulich is 0 for 3. And he switches to the right side, switch hitter against the lefty.
Ball.
And the slider is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And he pulls it foul. Count is even, 1-1. and hits it hard to the shortstop who fields, throws across the diamond. Oh, and the first baseman drops it. I think that's got to be an error. Error on the first baseman?
Now batting.
Yep, E3.
The first baseman, John Mattingly.
Well, in any event, a lot of speed at first base now. Don Mattingly's up. He's at a single, double, 2 runs batted in. He's 2 for 3 today. Let's see if Lukelich, he throws over first to keep Lukelich close. Will Lukelich steal a base with a 5-run lead? I think it's written somewhere in a rule book that that's poor. It's bush lead. Throws over, tries to catch him snapping, but Lukelich gets back in. It seems like there's an expectation that he's going to steal second. And the pitch is low in the dirt, but he does not go. Catcher throws down to first for no apparent reason. Count is 0-1. Oh, the pitch out. Actually, the count was 1-0. Check that. Now it's 2-0. And he hits it hard to the third baseman. Throws to second for 1. Back to first. Double play, and the inning is over. 5.5 innings complete. The score remains 7-2. Leading off for the Indians, Ken Griffey Jr. was 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and a run batted in.
Ken Griffey Jr.
He grounds it hard to the first baseman, Mattingly. He takes it himself for the first out of the inning.
Now back.
First pitch.
Meadows.
Austin Meadows has a sac fly and an RBI. He's officially 0 for 1 at the dish. Strike 1, 94. Pitch is high, ball 2. No, check that. Count is 1-1. Sliders in there for strike 2. 5 1/3, 59 pitches. It's economical, not bad. Just outside. Pisarski stares down the umpire. He wanted that pitch. And he hits a lazy fly ball to center field. O'Rourke settles under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Pisarski is in a little bit of a flow. With the exception of that 2-spot that he put up. I think it was the third inning. David Ortiz steps up. He's 0 for 2. He takes a ball. And he hits a line drive, but right at Lukelich in left field, who makes the catch for the final out of the inning. 6 innings complete. The score remains Bronx 7, Cleveland 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
taking
please.
over for pitching duties for the Cleveland Indians is Thomas McIlwraith, making his 6th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 1.17 ERA in 7 2/3 innings. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Chris Ramos, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run score.
Ramos.
The bullpen for the Indians is active. There's 2 pitchers out there. Getting on. And he hits a line drive base hit that splits the outfielders and could go all the way to the wall. Ramos makes a turn and walks into second with a leadoff double. He's 2 for 3. That was his 5th double of the season. Here's the replay.
Mike. Oh, boy.
Nice piece of hitting. Mike O'Rourke steps up. Lines it foul. Strike 1. He's 3 for 3 today. He's having a hell of a game. Runner in scoring position in the 7th. The pitch is high. Count is even at 1-1. Scott Alexander, the left-hander, and Ryan Harper, the right-hander, warming up in the bullpen for the Indians.
Nope.
And the fastball is low. Count is 2-1. And he hits it high and deep. And he makes the catch at the warning track. The runner tags up, and he is now at first. I'm sorry, check that. He's at third with only 1 out. Meadows makes a running catch. Jacob Salazar steps up. He does a walk. He's got a sac fly. He's officially 0 for 1 at the plate. And he goes after the high fastball and fouls it off, strike 1. Ramos is at third. Salazar's at the plate. And again, Salazar goes after that high fastball. Fouls it off. There's 2 strikes. Down low, gets away, but not far enough for Ramos to come home on the wild pitch. Count is 1-2. And he hits a deep fly ball the other way. He makes the catch. Ramos tags. He heads on home, and he's in there. It's his second sacrifice fly of the game for Salazar.
Now batting.
And now the Bronx Knights lead 8-2. Matt Termini, 1 for 3 with an RBI single, steps up to the dish. 2 outs in the 7th. And he pops it way up behind the plate. The catcher settles under it in foul territory and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Get up and stretch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for
It is the 7th inning stretch in Cleveland. Bronx Knights are winning 8-2. Leading off for the Indians is Joey Gallo, who's 0 for 2 today. So Brendan Pazarski has pitched 6 innings and given up 2 runs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some people warming up. Okay, Caleb Smith warming up. Dylan Betances warming up. My intention is for this guy to pitch this inning. But we'll see. Strike 1. And he grounds it, but right into the shift. Francisco Lindor fields, fires, gets him by a step. First out of the inning. Nice play.
Now batting. The designated
out
hitter.
from the outfield grass.
Rafael.
Rafael Devers, who's 1 for 2, steps up. 1 out in the 7th. And again, he hits it down the line to Mattingly. He fields it with relative ease. Walks it over to first base. Mattingly in his career won 8 gold gloves in the American League throughout the 80s and 90s for the New York Yankees. Flashing a little glove today. Hunter Dozier has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. He steps in with 2 outs in the 7th. And he laces it past. Oh, wait, there was a miscommunication between the outfielders, and he makes it to second base. My goodness, that was a single that they turned into a double.
Now batting. Catcher.
You got it. No, I got it. No, you got it. No, I got it. Oh. Well, there's a runner on second with 2 outs. Corey Lee is up. He's got a single and a run scored. I'm sure he'd love to get that run in. And he fouls off the fastball, 94 on the radar gun. 4 strike 1. And he pops it up down the first baseline. Mattingly chases it down and settles under it for the final out of the 7th. Pazarski goes 7, gives up 2 runs, and leads 8-2 at the end of 7 innings of play. And Benny LoCicero steps up, but before we do that, we're going to go back to the manager's office.
Leading off for the Knights.
And I have a righty, a shift hitter, and a
Number
lefty.
38.
I'm going to have Caleb Smith come in. Okay. And pitch the 8th. So, Benny Lowe hits a base hit to right field. His second hit of the ball game is 2 for 4. See the replay.
Now batting.
Oh,
The
so
second baseman.
we're not going to see the replay, excuse me. Francisco Lindor is 2 for 3. Steps up to the plate. And he swings at the inside fastball and pulls it foul. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. And the pitch is outside. Count evens at 1-1. Very little attendance here at Cleveland Stadium, Progressive Field. Down and in, 2-1. Do have some speed at first base. Outside, 3-1. Chance Cisco is on deck. This is a hitter's count, 3-1. And he just fouls off the split finger fastball. Count goes full, 3-2. And he hits a line drive the other way into the gap. It goes all the way to the wall on a bounce. The runner turns third, is heading home. It is a RBI double for Francisco Lindor, and the Bronx Knights extend their lead to 9-2. That's his first double of the season. Finally, we get a replay. He goes with the pitch and drives it almost to the base of the fence. Splitting the outfielders on a hop. Griffey throws it back in. So they go to the bullpen. Matthew Boyd steps up to the plate for the Cleveland Indians. In 8 games, he has no record. His ERA is 3.92 in just over 20 innings of work. He's trying to put out the fire. Chance Cisco, left-hander, 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, steps up. The runner on second and nobody out. Swings and misses at the circle change for strike 1. He fouls it back and into the stands for strike 2. Top of the 8th. Pitch is outside. Count is 1-2. Slider outside, 2-2. And he swings over the top of the changeup for the first out of the inning. Matthew Boyd's first strikeout. Max Lukulich is 0 for 4. He's hitting 290 on the season. Not too long ago, he was still hitting 400. So he's been in a little bit of a slump. And he hits it to the pitcher, who fields and fires, and he is safe with an infield single. Ruling is it's a base hit. It's just that great speed.
Mattingly.
Don Mattingly is now up with runners at first and second and 1 out. He's already 2 for 4. And he fouls it off, strike 1. He fouls it down the left field line yet again, strike 2. And it's a line drive, base hit to right field. The runner makes the turn and is coming home, and it is not in time. It's up the third base line, and it's an RBI single for Mattingly, and the score is 10-2.
Now batting, designated hitter.
No replay. Ramos, who's a switch hitter, turns around and hit from the right side. He takes ball 1. He's 2 for 4, double, single, and 2 runs scored today. He checked his swing, but the circle changes in there for strike. Count evens at 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. He hits it high and deep. Is that off the wall or is it gone? It is gonzo. It's a 3-run home run for Ramos, his 6th home run of the season, and they've broken it wide open. It's now 13-2. Here's the replay. Just makes nice contact. Look at that extension. I thought it might hit the wall, but it just makes it out of the ballpark. Mike O'Rourke gets up. He's 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, a single, and an RBI. And he hits a line drive base hit to center field, his 4th hit of the contest. They're just pouring it on. Right back up the middle for a base hit. Nice extension. Salazar steps up. 2 sac flies, a walk. 0 for 1 officially. And he's late on the fastball and hits it foul for strike 1. Pitch is low, ball 1. Count evens. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count goes 0-2. Check that, 1-2. Pitch is outside, ball 2. And he hits it deep in the hole, is short. Oh, he can't grab it. And everybody's safe. They called it a base hit. My goodness, that's a generous call. Base hit for Salazar. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And up pitching change, Scott Alexander. In his 6 appearances, he has no record. He's got his 12.79 earned run average in 6 1/3 innings pitched. I'm sure he'd like to improve that. Matt Termini steps up. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI single. And he hits it deep, but playable for Griffey in center, who makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. No advance.
Now batter.
So with 2 outs, Benny LoCicero steps up to the plate. He's got a homer, a single. He's 2 for 4. He's got runners in scoring position. And the pitch is low, ball 1. Check that. He's got runners at first and second, so not runners in scoring position. There's only 1 runner in scoring position.
Nope.
Pitch is low, ball's 2-0. He's pitching around him. Being very careful. And he hits a lazy fly ball that the shortstop backs into short center field and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But not before they open up the game completely. Halfway through the 7th, or the 8th, however you want to look at it, Bronx Knights have a 13-2 lead on Cleveland. I think it's time to put some people in there. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. Caleb Smith, his 9th game, he's 1-0 with a 4.91 ERA. He's going to pitch. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in some other players. Manager, substitution. So let's see. Max can be replaced by, who plays left? Jake Bowers.
Leading off for the Indians.
Jake Bowers is going to take over.
The shortstop.
And that's not done. Manager. Substitutions. Mattingly is going to be taken over by Urshela. So make sure Urshela can play first base. Yes. Manager is going to substitution take over for, let's see, who do I got? Millo, Saps. What other positions can Saps play? Let me see. It's third base and shortstop. Let's put Saps in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Manager.
attention please.
Not bullpen. Actually, you know what? Manager is bullpen.
Now playing shortstop.
Dylan Betances
Number
does
31.
not need to warm up anymore. I'm going to sit him down. Big game like this, he should not pitch. I'm going to try to squeeze out 2 innings from Caleb Smith. Manager substitutions. Hunter Renfroe. I'll leave Hunter Renfroe on the bench just in case somebody gets hurt. Good enough. All right. Let's see if I can squeeze 2 innings out of Caleb. Strike 1. 94 on the radar gun. Bottom of the 8th. Scores 13-2. He fouls off the slider. Count is quickly 0-2. And he grounds it, 2 saps at shortstop, who took over from Salazar, throws across the diamond, and gets him by a step for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
The line for Brendan Pisarski, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. It's a pretty decent line score. He is in line for the victory. Should be his 2nd of the season. Ball 1 low. Robbie Alomar is 1 for 3 with a single and a run score. Strike 1. And he fouls off the slider down the first baseline. Count goes 1-2. And he grounds it to the second baseman, Lindor, who fields, fires, and gets him by a step. 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 24.
Ken Griffey Jr., 2 for 3 with a single, a double, run batted in. He's hitting .352 on the season. And the slider's in there for strike 1. And he hits it right into the shift. Lindor fields on the edge of the outfield grass and throws to first for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Smith. And at the end of 8 innings of play, it's 13-2, Bronx Knights. Wish I could bottle and save some of these runs for the next game. Well, Billy Wagner takes over pitching duties. In his 6th appearance, he has no record. His ERA is 2.45. He has had 2 save opportunities. He's converted both of them. I guess he's just getting some work. Francisco Lindor is 3 for 4. A double, 2 singles, and an RBI. And the fastball, 97 on the radar gun. Strike 1. And he swings after the high fastball. Ken Griffey makes the catch in short center field for the first out of the night.
Now batting, catcher,
Chance Sisco has a double and a run scored. He's 1 for 4 today. Steps up against Billy Wagner, lefty on lefty. And Chance hits a medium fly ball to Austin Meadows in right field. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder,
and Jake Bauers taking over for Max Lukulich. Gets his first at-bat in the game. And he grounds it. Oh, wait. And he still gets the out. He keeps it in front of him. But David Ortiz makes the play for the final out of the 9th. Last licks for the Cleveland Indians. They need 11 runs. Good luck. Leading off the 9th. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Austin Meadows. He's 0 for 2. I'm just going to throw fastballs in the strike zone. Strike 1. I mean, when you have an 11-run lead, you just throw strike zones. Throw fastballs in the strike zone. He fouls it off, strike 2. Maybe after a couple of pitches, I'll change the speed, but... And he pulls it foul. Count remains 0-2. I mean, there's no reason to play around. Just throw strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. David Ortiz steps up. He's 0 for 3 today.
Knee.
And he is behind on it. Almost killed somebody in the stands with the foul ball, strike one. Kid playing with his cell phone. Swing and a miss on the fastball, strike two.
2 strikes.
And he fouls off the high fastball. Count remains 0-2. We throw a slider. Change of pace. Swing and a miss on the slider. He sees 2 batters. He strikes out 2 batters. Down to that last out.
Up next for Cleveland, the left fielder, Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo steps up. Swing and a miss at the
0-1.
fastball, strike one. He's 0 for 3 today. High fastball. Obviously, the umpire has a hot date he needs to get to because that was not a strike. He called it a strike. He says, let's get this game over with.
Ball, that's
Slider is a little bit too high to be called a strike. It's 1 and 2. They're down to their last strike. He grounds it foul. Count remains 1 and 2. And he hits the line drive to center field. Bowers races over, cannot make the catch. O'Rourke is backing up. He tries to take second and is safe at second. What a terrible call. Wait, no, he's out. And the ball game, is the ball game over? Wait a minute. Oh, the ball game is over, ladies and gentlemen. They changed the call. What a bizarre play to end the game in any event. It was a laugher for the Bronx Knights as they take the first game of a 4-game set against the Cleveland Indians, 13-2. Player of the game is Chris Ramos. He's 3 for 5 with a homer and a double. Brendan Pisarski gets his second win of the season. The loss goes to Alec Bettinger. So the line score, the Bronx Knights, 13 runs, 19 hits, no errors. Cleveland Indians, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. And the final here at Progressive Field. The Bronx Knights win 13-2. And that is Bronx Knights baseball. The team is now 10 and 9 and in second place. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you watched it. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you like Dungeons and Dragons, catch us on Monday nights at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's when we play the game. Have a great night.